Good morning and welcome to the channel on Spain 24-25. I'm just going to do you what I call a Steve Oates map detail. We've got the big Spanish map out here. We started here in Bilbao, then we travelled down heading for Madrid on the first day beyond Madrid. So we came down here, along here, very scenic route along here, round here to Burgos, then down here towards all the way down to Madrid. We got to Madrid, we hit the A50 round Madrid, and then we picked up, I think it was the A3 to Tarracon there. That's where we stopped the first night. The video's already up. Then the next morning was up at bright and early. That was 264 miles. Then we had another 408 kilometres to do, another 250 miles or so, heading down towards Albacete, along this way here, down to Albacete, around to heading towards Murcia, round Albacete, down here towards Murcia, then round heading towards I think is it Lorca? That was in France, Lorca, and then down here to Recos retreat, which is where we are now. Tomorrow we're obviously heading up to Cartagena here, and in my next video I'll do a route of where we're going from there on in, because it's all been confirmed just now. So that's where we are at the moment. Okay,
Right, so that's paused.
good afternoon and welcome back to the channel on Saturday the 14th. We've headed down here to Almendricos, Almendricos, my pronunciation again. Of course, we headed down from Tarracon yesterday, down here, down through Albacete, as I've shown on the map. Hopefully we'll put these two together, these two videos. Headed down towards Murcia. Just missed a turning at Murcia, that was the only mistake we made. And then onto here at Recos retreat. See if we can do the old turny aroundy thing. Eventually. It's a beautiful place around here. It's one of our neighbours just going out in his car. These mountains around here, spectacular. It's a lovely little spot, this. It's well out the way. Make sure you've plenty of supplies. Lovely little place, nice and quiet, very peaceful. But it is down the back roads quite a bit. Cracking spot, €10 a night without electric, $12.50, but I think that's an offer at the moment over this period. As you see, that's the bit of a road that goes onto the main road. The nearest village is about 5 kilometres away, I would say. We were going to go on push bikes to get some milk and stuff, but we didn't. We elected to go in the van this morning. There's space for about 6 motorhomes. I think there's 6 here at the moment. There's 2 French, 2 Dutch, an English, and of course Billy parked up here. Again, the scenic mountains in the background. It's Jeff and Debbie at Recos retreat. Lovely couple. Came round yesterday with some homemade scones, but we'd already had dinner, so we didn't partake. Water and electric, of course, and obviously an Nelson Point. We noticed it getting quite warm just as we got to Albacete yesterday. It had been quite cool up until then. Of course, coming down through the mountains from Bilbao, it was quite icy down through there. But this is it. There are showers, washing machines in through the gates there at the owner's house. We haven't obviously used them, we never do. We've just filled it with water and emptied our our toilet cassette when we got here. And of course from here on we've about another 70 kilometres to run to Cartagena, but we're going via, excuse me a minute, we're going via Aldi in just before Cartagena. So this is a bit more of it down here. I say this is where the Dutch are and the English are tucked away in the corner. We could have parked down here, we had the choice. Either this pitch down here or where we are, but the Dutch were coming, so well, said they could park together basically. It's a bit cloudy today, a bit cooler than it was when we came yesterday. It was gorgeous when we came yesterday, about 16-17 degrees. It was lovely. It's due to get a bit warmer later on, so I might get a bit of sunbathing done. But yeah, a lovely little spot. So if you fancy somewhere nice and peaceful out the way, this is the place to come. As I say, make sure you've got provisions and supplies and everything when you come, because it is nicely tucked out the way. Lovely night's sleep last night as well. Jeff was telling me he owns this field over here as I'm walking towards now, up to the buildings up there. He owns that bit of land as well. I think he must lease it out to farmers or something. He said they finished getting the crops in this year and planting ready for next year. But yeah, lovely little spot, and mountains all around as far as you can see. There we go. Lovely, right in the middle of them all. There was some beautiful, the roads have been very quiet. Obviously when you get towards the towns, Madrid especially was a little busy in places, but not too bad. We hit Madrid just after lunch, which was quite good really. Murcia, we hit a bit of traffic in Murcia, but most of the roads, I drove yesterday something like 2 hours in cruise control and never touched it. It was awesome, really was, absolutely awesome, as my American friends would say. And it bimbled along quite nicely with the management light on, of course, with the sensor, but there's nothing we can do about that at the moment. We have plans to get that done. We've made plans of where we're going next and what we're doing. We're at Cartagena, of course, at Los Olivos over Christmas and New Year, and then heading on the 5th, we're heading down towards Benidorm, hopefully to meet some friends. But then I'll do a route map probably once we get set up tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow to give Billy a bit of a wash as well, because he's absolutely grafted, and I want to get a full setup probably tomorrow or maybe Monday. Get the awning up, get a full setup with us being there for a little over 3 weeks, I think a little over 2 weeks. But hopefully if the cloud clears away, we'll get a bit of sunbathing done this afternoon, hopefully, but it's not looking too good at the moment. But I'll get this loaded up. Once again, this is Recos retreat, heading towards Pulpy, I think it is, and it's Jeff and Debs. Bye for now.